Hey guys, Captain CA here for FlatsClass YouTube. Today I want to take you on a fishing trip. That's right. Had two good friends from North Carolina out with me just 2 days ago. And we fished what I'm going to say the part of the tide that's halfway going out and then halfway coming back in. So it was pretty low water with a pretty stiff wind at the end. But all that being said, the guys did great. They really had a good time. And we got to utilize, especially early on, a lure that I had a lot to do with at Z-Man. So while I go get set up for tackle talk, why don't you guys go check out the first part of the morning where Zach here slams on the Z-Man darters. This episode of FlatsClass YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring.
I told you to fish.
Nicely done.
You're on your own.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down. Hold on. Hold on. Get you a picture. See, that's a decent fish too. Whew. Again on the Z-Man darter. Darter's been good. Gonna have to let Brian in on that secret here soon. Well, that's what you call it. You know what we call that? What redfish? I never saw a redfish. You see a redfish, Brian?
You did. Hold that chair up. I'll sit down and drink a fine beer.
You got all three inside of an hour. Inside of an hour. Yeah, that's a respectable fish.
He knows what he's doing.
Nicely done. Good Lord. All right. Zach got off to a great start, no doubt. You saw it. That Z-Man darter is one heck of a bait, an alpha bait, if you will, to attract fish, especially in those low light situations that we had in the morning. But as we moved with higher sun and even lower water, I found a little bowl where there were lots of redfish and lots of trout in there. And, well, this is what happened. We switched the baits up to mini deans. Check it out.
Hold on, tiny ass little hooks.
Yeah. All right. Keep your balance, boys. I'm going to stop us. Right?
We're good.
You're on fire, Zach.
He's always like this.
You're on fire.
That's a nice red.
It's a big red for a tiny little MR14 mini D.
Size 8 treble hook.
It's like, yeah, that's what they are. They're size 7s. Size 7s. And they're screaming right now.
Yeah, I just loosened the drag up.
They're screaming right now. We're going to get this out because we're going to need this.
Yeah, this is about all the redfish I want on this.
Yeah. Flicked it 2 times off that edge because there's no place for them to be. This whole flat is almost dry out here behind us.
It said something, and I just came tight and gave it 2 twitches and gave it that little pause, man. That's what they got it under the chin, so he's got a little.
Oh, so. Oh yeah, he's a monster.
You ever get the bull reds here?
Yes, we do. That's a summer thing. Pretty full grown right there.
Good one there.
All right, let's work on the net.
Big trout.
Me too. Well, not that big.
That is a big trout. That is a.
That's like that one I dropped earlier.
That's a lot. That's a lot better than the trout you've been catching. It's gonna make a little bit better picture.
Well,
No, because mine's too small.
When they pull drag like that,
I loosened it a little bit. I'll pull this in.
I don't know. That's still going to be a respectable fish.
Oh yeah.
You got the right rod. Whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a good one.
That's 20.
20 plus.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's do this down here instead up there.
We don't want to say what trout.
What trout? Right behind you, or right next to you.
Oh yeah, that one there is a mouthful.
That dog will hunt.
Oh yeah. That one's got big spots on it. Look at that. Woo!
Just put him down. I'll get him.
Oh, oh, oh. Fatty. Get a picture with that one.
Good job, dude.
Nicely done. All right, so as you can see, guys having a lot of fun, a lot of ribbing with these two fishing buddies. They've been fishing together for a long, long time, so they go at each other. They're not worried about their feelings, not at all. It looks like Zach got the better of this, especially early on. And a lot of the success was on this bait that I had a lot to do with. This is the 6-inch darters from Z-Man. Now, Z-Man built this bait because I asked for it. It looks a lot like the old sluggo worm or the old, I guess the slammer that was with 12 Fathom. It's 6 inches. Now this one's got a segmented tail, so it really swings. It's got a lot of action, which drives big trout and snook crazy. They love this bait. In the darker colors, like the shiner, or more opaque colors like shiner, you saw that we caught redfish on it as well. But the beer run color and the smoky shad, really tough to beat in this bait. You can just see the action, barely moving this thing, how much action this has. It's a good alpha bait that catches fish. That's all you need to know. Once we got the light coming up quite a bit, I kept poling, and I was poling literally over 8 and 10 inches of water for a long way, trying to dodge sponges that are out there on that hard bottom. And then I found a little depression, if you will, that looked about the size of 2 basketball courts. Once the guys got in there and we could see the trout flashing around and there were a few reds in there, well, it got interesting real quick. So we dropped down to, if this is going to be a Goliath bait, this was David. So we threw the 14 MR mini Dean at him, and boy, did we have a lot of success. The guys wore out about 20 trout in there and caught a few reds. And this bait was responsible for it. So it was a great 1-2 punch, if you will, for both Zach and Brian. And then as the water started to move in, we started heading back to the creeks, and this is what happened. Had one.
might have got him out of there fast enough.
You just broke your PB again.
Yeah, you think he's better than?
Yeah, he's better than the first one.
They're all good, man.
Yeah, they are.
That's awesome. That's the best way to hold them.
Just like that. Yep. Just watch that anal fin because it's got a sharp spine. All right. Another nice fish.
4 or 5 pounds.
Great job. Give him a second. There it goes. Woo.
Very cool. Yeah, you still got me on snook by about 10 inches, so
That was a nice fish.
I can die happy now.
Would you like a wallet or an 8x10 of this one, Brian?
Come here, little buddy.
The package C gives you the advantage.
I don't want to put you in
They
there.
do hit the hot snakes color.
There's another one right there.
Mhm.
That was the 3 you're looking at. There's, looks like, oh, that's might be smaller.
Those are mullet there.
It's so nice to be able to set the hook before you even feel them.
But he's still catching the fish.
You want to hear?
No, shut up.
That was a beautiful. That's the epitome of a beautiful eat.
Yeah, that was.
The only thing that makes that better would be a fly rod. I'm not nearly skilled enough to do that.
All right, I'm gonna stick us. Keep your balance. That's a fat fish too. Beautiful work, my friend.
Pretty color in here. They almost got a little pink.
Beautiful work.
Whereas ours are a little more copper.
We have gone through the gamut of baits, but boy, when you drug that, every time you keep it tight to the bottom like that, it's what they want.
He came right down and went right on. I didn't see him till.
That is a gorgeous fish.
It's drumming at me.
Look how fat he is. That would be the perfect 27-inch fish right there. That's okay. We're not judging you.
Judge me all you want. I got a fish in my hand.
I'll keep the safety net under him in case he goes flying out of your hand again. Let's get a quick pick of that one. That is a sweetie.
Good one.
Touch him.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't help
Sorry.
myself.
Got it. Whoa.
Soon enough, buddy. Soon enough.
All right. Hey, fishing buddies, they can be hard on each other. As the tide started to leak into the creeks and into the backcountry, we fished the first couple of inside island zones and ended up running into a few more redfish and a few more snook that allowed the guys to finish out and round out the day pretty nicely, honestly. And the only thing we really changed up is we kept going back and forth between the 14MR, the mini Dean, and a paddle tail. Those two baits seemed to dominate as the water started coming back in. But the real lesson here was the opportunity to fish the last half of the outgoing tide and the first half of the incoming tide, so that we could stay, off the bush line more or less, and just focus on fish that were in potholes and out on the flat itself. And it really paid off. The guys caught a lot of fish. To be honest with you, we probably caught more than 20 trout that day, 4 redfish and 4 snook, all on the Yardies. So good day, really good day. All right, I know Brian and Zach had a good time. Now, hopefully you did too watching this, and you learned something, because we want you to learn right here at FlatsClass YouTube. This is the channel where you're gonna get the intel that's gonna put more fish in your boat the next time you go out. So give us that big thumbs up, and come on, subscribe, tell your friends. We wanna help all of you catch more fish. Until next time, Captain CA signing off. Come on, Bourbon. Let's go.